All right, welcome back to this bass lesson. Today we're learning triads, the major chord, and some accompaniment for rock. So let's get into it. So what is a triad? A triad is made up of three notes, the 1, the 3, or the 5 of a major scale. For us, we've done country before. For example, I'm on D. This is my country pattern, the 1, 5, 1, 5. If I go to C, 1, 5, 1, 5. All we're doing is we're adding one more note to those two notes to get three notes to make a triad or a major chord. So what that third note is, it's going to be this. If we're D, we're going to have our middle finger on D, and then our first finger is going to play this F sharp. So this second string, 4th fret. So we have D, F sharp, and then A, the one that we're used to doing in our country. We have our first, our fifth, and now we're just adding our third note. So this shape, just like all other shapes that we've learned on bass, at least with the country, it repeats itself. It's the same. It doesn't matter where you move it. So let's look into that a little more. So we're going to start on D because that's kind of an easy spot to learn the triad. We're going to do D with our middle finger. On the second string, 4th fret, we're going to use our first finger. And then our pinky is going to have to stretch over and catch that 5th note, which is A on the 7th fret. So we have these three notes, our 1, our 3, their new note, and our 5. So the way we want to get comfortable with this is just playing the 1, 3, 5, 3, and just repeating it over and over, which is going to give us this. So 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3. And we get this little pattern on D. And this is for D major. If we go to C, we're going to start with C with our middle finger, and then our third note is going to be second string, 2nd fret, which is E, and then our pinky is going to get G, which is the 5th. So we have this C, E, and G. That's a reach right there. You're going to have to practice stretching for that, and then back to E and C. So with our pattern going 1, 3, 5, 3, 1 is going to be this. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3 for C. We can move this down to G2. And again, wherever we start, it's just the same shape. So if we're on G, I'm going to be 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then I'm reaching over for the 5th. So this is G. G, B, D, B, G. If we want to do A, we're going to have to go to the 5th fret on that 4th string and do it there. A, we're going to go 3rd string, 4th fret, and then pinky is going to reach for the 5th. And just make sure your notes sound like mine when you're trying to figure these out. So we have A, C sharp, E, C sharp, or 1, 3, 5, 3. So there's A. We already did D up here. If we go higher to our 7th fret, this is E, and we could do it up here for E major. If we go lower, this is D, C, we'll go to our 2nd fret, which is B. This is going to be B major. If we go to F sharp, which is right above that on our 4th string, we're going to have our F sharp major. So F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, A sharp, 1, 3, 5. So you really want to be comfortable doing that shape up and down the neck on the 3rd, on the 4th, the 3rd, and even up to the 2nd string, we can do that. So here's what it would look like on the 2nd string. Let's say I go to my F note, so 2nd string, 3rd fret, here's F. I go to my major 3rd, or the 3rd, which is going to be 1st string, 2nd fret, and then I reach for the 5th. So here's F major. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. I can go up to G on the 5th fret. to A, and I'm speeding up just to get through them. But the way you can practice this, let's say we want to start on C, so third string, third fret. Do it twice and then go to C sharp. And then go to D is next. And I'm just going up one note every time I do it 2 times. So D sharp. And my next note after D sharp is E. After E we have F. 8th fret. And the 9th fret is F sharp. And I'm just practicing this going up because we have to get used to moving this shape anywhere, high or low. And then I'm on A, and then A sharp or B flat. And again, you want to be able to go slow to fast, but don't do it fast if it's sloppy. Do it slow and make sure it sounds good. So for example, all chords. So for example, if we want to play a song, we wouldn't be able to play that same shape for all chords because not all chords are always going to be major. There is a minor version of this. And here's what the minor version is. If we have D and we know that major starts with middle finger and we do our major shape. If we're going to do minor, we have to change our shape a little. It's still going to start on the same D, but instead of starting with the middle, it's going to start with our first finger. And we're going to reach for, if we're doing the 5th fret, we're going to reach for the 8th fret. So we're going to do D, F with our pinky, and then our ring finger is going to have to catch the 5th. So the 1 and the 5 stay the same. It's just the 3rd. Instead of going D, F sharp here, we're going to go D, F. And then with our pinky, or sorry, with our ring finger, we're going to play the 5th. And we do the same. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. So this, again, the same shape, wherever we move it, is going to be the minor triad or a minor chord. So we have C minor, we have this. So for C minor, it's 3rd string, 3rd fret, and then we have 3rd string, 6th fret, and then we have 2nd string, 5th fret. The fingers change a little, so you may have to get used to that. But that's for minors. And then again, if we go one lower, that's B minor. If we go to the 4th string on the F sharp, I can do F sharp minor. Or I can go A minor. But it's that minor shape. Okay, so we have major, D major, and D minor, similar. We have the 1 and the 5 are the same. Again, the only one that changes for major and minor is the 3rd. So it's either going to be this 3 or this 3. And there's a huge difference between those two. So one way to practice that is to get whatever song you're playing. And just instead of doing quarter notes of, let's say it's F, C, G, A, we'll do F, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's quarter notes, C, and then G, and then A. But the chords are going to be F major, so we do our F major triad. And then C major triad. And then G major triad. We have 3 majors in a row. And then we go A minor, so we're going to have to go here. And then back to F, C, G, A minor, and then F again. So once you get familiar with that, that's really useful when playing rock songs because we're going to be able to do some moving around, which is, it's a little challenging, but it's more fun to play bass when you're playing multiple notes instead of just one note for 4 beats. So one thing we're going to do, this is the pattern I'm going to put on the screen. It's going to be this pattern. So I'm going to do D major, A major, and just those 2 for now, and then I'll give you another chord progression later. But the pattern is this. It's going to be, I'm going to give you the numbers of the chord. So it's 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, and then whatever the next chord is. So if it's A, it's 1, 3, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, and back to D. So 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, and we switch to A. 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1. When we play it with some speed, it's going to sound like this. And that, in a rock song context, or just something that's upbeat, is more filling than just playing D, 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 A, 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 A. This gets the job done, but it's simple. If we do the pattern's gonna be this. That's more satisfying. And as a bass player, it's a little funner. So D, A, B minor, G, D, A, B minor changes the pattern a bit, and then G major. So you can slow that video down and just play it over. So I'm doing D, A, B minor. I can go here, or I can do B minor here. I get the same notes, just in a different spot. And then G major. So we really want to get familiar with this shape first. So just stick to that if this is all we can do. And if you feel like you can move on to the next rhythm of the rock one, we're going to do eighth notes and do 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5, 3, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 5. And then that'll be a lot more useful for us later on in the future when it comes to creating moving bass lines instead of just playing one note. But that's the intro of actually just like stretching your finger out and getting used to where chord progressions are able to move. And you can play some fun stuff like that. But the basis of that is just learning the 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, then switching to another chord, major in this case, and then B minor, just being able to have the major and the minor shape comfortable in your hand. That's what we're after. So watch this video again over and over until you can play it slow, speed it up, and then start practicing this on other songs that you can play. So for example, we have F major, C major, G major, and then A minor. Another progression that we have is the D that we did earlier. And then if I was to give you one more, we could do E major, B major, and then A major, and we can do F sharp minor, and then back to E. So, and then B, and then A, and then F sharp minor. Just a little progression. And again, you can make anything up for right now, but as soon as you're comfortable with it, find songs and start playing that with that. I'll answer any questions we have next week, but happy practicing, and I'll see you next week.